Okay, class, so this video is going to be specifically for setting up just an engraving for your cell phone holder project if you choose to do so. I'm going to go through this video fairly quickly, but I'm going to show you where there's some other videos that break down what I'm saying into more specific steps. So to start, if you go into Metals 1 in Schoology, I put a folder which is right down in the cell phone docking station. Okay, and in the CNC engraving folder, you're going to find a couple of things. One is a VCarve tutorial playlist, which if I click on that, it's going to open up this YouTube playlist over here. And it's going to have a bunch of different things that you can read through or watch. So in here, you'll see starting a project in VCarve. So if you want to learn how to start a project, that's there. Creating wrapping text in VCarve, creating a pocket, importing an image and tracing it if you want to do some sort of custom image. If you want to flip anything, mirror it, create copies of things, this video down here will be helpful. For right now, I'm just going to kind of go through this specific one and create a quick engraving, and then you can come in here and watch other videos that you may want. And so when I come into, and when I want to get started, I want to open up VCarve. The way you're going to do that is through Ericom. And so if I open up another tab, okay, and if I start typing in Ericom, it should pull up, but what you're looking to type is ericom.leiden212.org. When you get there, it's going to ask you for your login. This should be the same login that you use to get into your Chromebook, into your every system that you use. So my login is here, your password should be your locker combo. I'm going to go ahead and connect. Once we're in here, we're looking at a virtual server. And so I'm going to go ahead and come over to Industrial Technology. And what I'm looking for is VCarve Pro. Now notice there's two versions. I don't want ShopBot, I want just Pro 9. So I click there and it opens it up. And all this is broken down in that one video I was talking about, the starting a project in VCarve. Okay, and here I'm going to create a new file. Now as far as the job size goes, I want to look at my print. And right here it's going to be, I want to engrave on this surface. Well, this surface is 2.95 wide by 1.9 tall. Okay, because it's 2.4 minus 0.5. So 2.95 in X, 1.9 in Y. And so if I come back to Ericom, where VCarve is, I'm going to go ahead and put in 2.95. And then 1.9. As far as thickness goes, doesn't really matter. We'll just make it 1 inch. For an engraving, it shouldn't really matter. Z position, verify it's at material surface. Your XY is at the top left. And then the rest of it you should be able to leave alone. Just say OK. This is the surface that you're going to engrave on. This is this surface over here. This surface right here. So we're going to engrave on this surface. So I come back into Ericom, and I want to do a little design. And just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to keep my design quick. I'm just going to go ahead and come over here and say draw text. And I'm going to put my last name, Maddox. As far as the type of text goes, for engraving it works best if you do a single line text. That gives you several options. If you go true type, there's a lot of different options, but it's not really what we want to use. So I'm going to go in the true type. There's all these options, but that's too much detail. So I'm going to go to single line, and I prefer something that says 1L. It's made out of one line. So I'm going to try a railway. You can always change this. What I don't do is play around with any of this stuff right here. Is I just say apply. And then if I use my zoom wheel on my mouse, I come out here and it's way too big. But I can change that out of this menu. So I close that out, and if I double click it, I get some sizing options. I can bring it in, make it a little smaller. I can drag it down here. It kind of auto snaps to the center. If I want it centered, I can also use my arrow keys on my keyboard and I can move it up and down, no problem. So I pretty much just want to have it's centered. I want to have it centered left and right. So I can kind of just center it left and right here. Right there. And then I want to arrow it down. I want it down here. Okay, so now Maybe I want to bring in an image or something up top, or a logo or something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. I'm going to break this video into a couple of sections. When I come back, the image is already going to be in there, and it's going to be traced. I don't want to go through the entire process, because what you can do is just come down here and watch importing an image and tracing in VCarve. So I'm going to end this video, and then the next one will start with the image already in.